Hi there, Catherine Bachman, astrologer. And today I really want to thank you for visiting my website and my YouTube channel. And, I'm hoping with my goal with this particular YouTube is to help you understand the bigger picture of what's going on for the planet and in our country and in our individual lives, from the microcosm of me to the macrocosm of where we are, who we are in the cosmos, but definitely back to planet Earth. Okay, so what is the Aquarian age? And, when did we start moving into it, or when is it, there are lots and lots of questions. So Pluto is the planet of death, rebirth, and major transformations, is moved into Aquarius for a couple of months early 2023. Retrograded back, which means from Earth's perspective, a retrograde is where it looks like the planet is backing up in the heavens. And so from Earth, it looked like it was backing up to the 29th degree of Capricorn. And Capricorn rules government and top-down, authority figures and rules and regulations. And, so he has been retrograde through the rest of 2023. And then in January 2024, this year, he moved into Aquarius again and will be there until the 1st or 2nd of September, where he backs. He turned retrograde early May, backed finally into Capricorn by the 1st of September, just in time for our elections. And the 29th degree is such a powerful and potent degree, anywhere from the 29th to 1 degrees of the next signs. Those are very potent and powerful for new beginnings and major endings. So he retrogrades and in October goes direct again, right before the election. So expect a lot of exposure, a lot of changes, fast-paced changes happening in October. And then by November 19th, after our election, he moves into Aquarius for the next 20 years. So that, and what does that mean? So Pluto is, there's a song that happened back in my, lifetime, called The Dawning of Aquarius. And Aquarius is really represents fast-paced change. It's very Uranian in that it's about independence. It's revolutionary change as well, and literally can be revolution. It represents power going back to the masses, to the people, versus the top-down structures that we've experienced for the last 25 years. The patriarchy and patriarchal control is also on the chopping block at this time, because people, the earth is for all of us. Humanity is awakening to the fact that we are all sparks of the divine creator, God, goddess, however you want to define that energy. And so, the song, the Dawning of the Age of Aquarius, really speaks to the peace, love, and understanding that is required for us to facilitate caring for the collective, for the community, for the group and the family. Aquarian energies also are humanitarian, visionary, revolutionary, scientific, brilliant, and ever-changing, and sometimes shockingly so. So, we're in the thick of the ending of that Piscean age this year, and the rest of this year is going to be even more fast-paced. I mean, there'll be times it will take your breath away, and intense. And humans, as a psychotherapist, humans really like our stability, especially us earth signs. So it's like not much stable ground going to be had over the course of the rest of this year. But, it's like progressive ideas, progressive values, caring for those that need it the most, our children, our elderly. Those are all Aquarian values. So while we're in the process of Pluto making these changes, synchronistically, it's also the time of in the U.S. chart, the U.S. revolution. So it takes us back to our founding as a country, and we're having a Pluto return in the second house of the U.S. money and values. Who are we? You know, are we really all about greed and men having all the power, or is it, and there's sure been a lot of backlash and setbacks, particularly this year, but it's also exposing those abuses of power, money, and sexuality. So those keep watching for those kinds of trends going on, because that is what's going to be part of the process of awakening us in this country, awakening us globally, as there is a huge march and focus on, as the old order is dying, they don't want to give up power and control. And so we're seeing this globally with the resurgence of fascism as well. So Aquarian energies really require the balancing of extremes or polar opposites, balancing the masculine with the feminine. And that's not just men versus women. It's about, we need to balance and heal the masculine and feminine in each and every one of us. So, it's like, it also represents a balance between science and religion, and science is actually proving through quantum physics, proving a lot of the religious miracles and concepts. There's a balance between rich and poor. If we're all children of the same creator, why would there be prejudice? Why would there be somebody that takes all and starves everyone else and makes everyone else's lives like unbearable, unlivable? So humanitarian causes versus the power of the elite is part of this, earth and environment. So if we are not living in balance, so there's the macrocosm of the earth and actually our place in the cosmos, because we are not alone. So we'll be introduced to some of our cosmic families and neighbors through this next 20-year process. But it's also, the microcosm of the individual, of me. So what is my part? Who am I now? Where am I out of balance with these particular energies? And that is the work. It's going to be a difficult time. It will not feel like there's going to be a lot of security and stability. But when we're on the other side of this, the Aquarian age is the promise of a golden age of 25,000 years of peace, of 25,000 years of becoming part of the cosmic family, 25,000 years of being able to, love, open our hearts, and that's a key part. That's the part I was trying to get out. It's like Aquarian energy is going to be about healing our hearts and healing, 7 generations forward and 7 generations back, as the Hopi prophecy speaks of, that it is up to us to come back into collective, come back into family. When we're, families have been shattered, it's time for all of these energies to come back, to detach from the insanity that's out there, to detach from the rage and the anger of the patriarch of the last 25,000 years, to move into our hearts, expand the heart energy, to move into small families, small collectives, because this is how not only do we survive, but we thrive. So, and it's actually women and the minorities that, and women and minorities that will be leading this charge. But there are people, in the male populations that love women and children and minorities. So there is absolutely a promise that we will make this big collective leap, or at least the majority of the planet will. And for those that can't or won't, refuse to, life is going to be very difficult for them during this period. So so the changes will be coming first on the local levels. The more insane the government becomes, the more people will come together to support and help each other. And I will be talking more about this in upcoming videos. So if you are interested in learning more of this, stay tuned and watch for the videos coming out discussing this. So if this is helpful for you and you are interested, please check my website for my menu of consultations, and then also click the subscribe and the thumbs up buttons at the bottom of the YouTube. I really appreciate that, and hopefully we see you soon. Thanks.